you're just looking for a smartphone with a big 5-inch display, maybe the ZTE AVID will be one of your choice. This is very artistic, and this is my full review for the ZTE AVID Metro PCS and T-Mobile. When you just spend $29 on the phone, you guys not gonna expect anything premium here. No like melanoma or no glass in the back or anything like that we usually see in the flagships. But the phone is still very acceptable looking, as you guys can see. Maybe I don't like that big bezel right here, but it's totally accepted. The grip of the phone, it's really good. And I like this line that go all around the phone, which is actually add more colors to the phone and make the phone really looks very nice. The back it actually has textures, which is it gives a very nice feeling when you grab the phone in your hand. The phone design actually is very standard here. As you guys can see, here's the speaker, and you have 2-megapixel camera and a proximity sensor, and you have in this side actually a lights for LED notifications, and actually from the left side the volume records, and you have the jack to charge your phone is going to be USB version 2, and you have a microphone, and from the top 3.5 jack for audio and noise cancellation going to be on the left, and from the other side you will see the power button. And actually from the back 5-megapixel camera, and it's lined up with the blue color here, which is really looks fine, and you have the flashlight, which is actually standard as well, and you have the speaker right away to the bottom and actually located on the back of the phone. If you just pop the back of the phone, you guys gonna be able to see there is a removable battery, 2300 milliamp power, and you have extension for the SD card up to 32, and you have the nano SIM card at this time, and you have this indicator for water damage. You have a decent size screen, 5-inch display, and low resolution, only 418 x 854, and the angle size is really horrible, as you guys can notice. From the front side, no problems. The vividness is very low. The PPI also is very low. It's only 196. I mean, this is actually IPS LCD, but as far as the quality, I mean, that display is not that high quality. On YouTube resolution, you're not gonna expect more than 480p. Will be located on the downsize on the back of the phone, and the quality is just only as any regular standard budget smartphone. And let's gonna see together how the sound quality will be in this phone. Battery performance was also very standard, so you have a removable battery, 2300 milliamp power, which is also standard for a 5-inch display. And actually I have to keep the phone on the high brightness because you know guys, the screen, it doesn't deliver good quality display and the colors and stuff like that, so I have to keep it on a maximum brightness. As you guys notice, the maximum usage here also for the screen, because I have to keep it on the highest brightness. But anyways, you guys gonna expect to have from 3 to 4 hours screen on times on the high brightness, which is in my opinion very acceptable. So the battery actually decent and it should work fine for you. You may need to recharge the phone every night. The storage is another thing for you guys. The storage on the phone as internal will be 8 gigabytes, as you guys can see. And I have to download actually one game and one application, which is I have downloaded Asphalt, which, as everybody knows, it takes a lot of gigabytes. But anyways, I have only 345 megabytes of free. Actually, the system used 4.6 out of the 8 gigs, and the used space 3.02. That means you have only after pre-installed 3.7 gigs. I mean, that's not going to be acceptable for people. They want to really buy a phone and play games and download their social networks, applications and stuff like that. So if you do really looking for a phone that has or give you more more apps, more games, stuff like that, this is not going to be your choice. Especially that the phone even it can move the application and games to the memory card. So memory card actually is useless in terms of application and games. It's good only for music, MP3 or videos or pictures and stuff like that. Android Lollipop 5.1.1 gonna be came out of the box in this phone, and I don't think so there is any future updates for this one, because as everybody knows, ZTE doesn't care about their phones to be upgraded for the next version. I have the ZTE Max before, and it actually is stuck with the KitKat Android, so you guys not gonna expect too much from ZTE for any budget device to go further the Lollipop Android.
Using the phone on the UI, it has no any issues. The phone is snappy and has no lags and no problems. But here is the thing. I mean, this phone has a standard operating system from Google, so the UI has no any kind of customization. Very much everything like a stock. As you guys can notice here, you got toggles, which is you can find this standard with any Lollipop Android, which is you can turn on the location, rotation, Bluetooth or data or stuff like that. And also you have the Google emojis that came in the phone, which is it came as a standard. So if you guys ask me for emoji stuff, yes, this phone support emojis. As you guys can see, you have just hit on enter and you'll see a bunch of them over here. And other than that, you got the drawer, calculators, music player, Metro PCS applications, Play Store. I mean, nothing really amazing, no too much customization, unless if you want to go with the launcher. But only one thing I found this phone very interesting with, where actually you can change the navigation key. So where you actually can choose to, this is actually the recent app, this is the home, and this is the back. So if you want to just change that, you can go ahead and adjust that. But other than that, I mean, you don't have too much of customization in a phone. So everything is about a standard Lollipop Android.
Operating system is nice, but actually what happened with me, actually the phone just got frozen me, and I believe ZTE they should make a new updates to fix these bugs. As you guys can see right now, the whole phone frozen me and I can't even do nothing to it, and I have actually to remove the battery in order to restart the phone. So I wish that ZTE make a new update.
Also, this phone has a Snapdragon 210 with a processor speed 1.1 quad-core processor and 1 GB of RAM. And you have the score right now. This is the lowest score you can get in any smartphone in 2016. Will be 296 for single core and 979 for a multiple core. This is considered actually a low score in the Geek benchmark test, but let's gonna find out if playing a games is gonna be a hustle in this phone or not. Camera, who doesn't want a good camera actually? So you have in the back you have a flash, and you have 5 megapixel camera, and you have 2 megapixel camera for the front, where you can actually take a selfie. Actually, because the screen wasn't good the first time I started taking the pictures, it was like blurry and it wasn't looks nice. But once I've seen them on the PC, actually this phone could deliver good pictures actually, especially outside. The back camera actually has a lot of good stuff, like you have HDR, which is great. and the other phones with the same range of price you can't get all that. So you have also navigation to switch off the flash, and store location, picture size up to 5 megapixel, and picture quality, so you can go for like a super fine to actually higher and higher, which is good if you want to like take a better one. And you have a countdown timer, and you can also give you option to store on the memory card as well. You have face detection, we get ISO, we get exposure, white balance, all the stuff. Like a manual mode, you have full control, and as well as you have some modes over here where actually you can take negative pictures, black and white pictures and stuff, to who likes this stuff, and which is in my opinion really good. And also you have the auto mode where actually you can just make the camera optimize everything for you, which is good. HDR, you have landscape, sport mode, flowers and stuff. And actually if you want to take macro pictures, this is gonna be your mode actually for close pictures, which is really nice. You have night mode, so if you can adjust this during the night, give you more apertures for the camera, which is snow mode, beach mode, which is actually just change the color automatically, or you can just keep it auto, which is easier for you. But overall the pictures wasn't really bad. The video actually 720p on the back, and you have 720p on the front. Actually the stabilization was really good, so I was so amazed. The stabilization is good with the camera, but actually still the quality and the resolution wasn't really good, because right now 720p is not that good, because the other phones you can do up to 1080 and 4K, but for that price you can't complain too much about the camera. Inside the rooms, when I took some pictures, it wasn't really good. For selfie, the angle is correct. I mean, they give you right angle, which is not bad at all, but still inside the room it's gonna feel like dark and stuff like that, but you can adjust the white balance to make it looks a little bit better. But anyways, I'm gonna leave you with some pictures, video samples where you can judge by yourself.
This phone is not going to be for everybody. It's going to be for people, they don't want too much stuff in the phone. They don't want a higher camera. They just want a phone which is decent size, nice looking, and very affordable. This is going to be their choice, and this is actually very recommended for those people. They want to just buy a phone and for a really good, decent price, and can't complain too much about that price. The internal memory was really sucks in the phone. If you're looking for a phone download more apps and games, that's not gonna be your phone. Decent camera, I could say, is not really good and is not really bad. This screen actually was very disappointed, but that was very much it. If you guys like that video, you can leave the thumbs up to let me know. You can comment, tell me your opinion, what you think about this phone, and you can subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in my next one.